Hello! Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. We got DJMax for the first time in a few months. I think I played it on the night that Hololive Justice debuted. And I remember I had to cut my stream short because I wanted to watch their debuts. I don't know if I've played it since then. I might have played it one time since then. It was either then or one more. But they've had a couple DLCs have come out. Most notably, there is a Blue Archive collab. And for you guys who know gacha and who know me, Blue Archive is one of my gachas that I play. And that I quite enjoy. So I think it added like 15 songs or something like that. So lots of songs to play through, which should be fun. And then just mess around and play some other stuff. Hello, Noel. Hello, Cashew. Hello, any lurkers. Welcome. Teacher's late. Yeah, I was having lunch, and then I was talking to my mom about some stuff, so... Inevitably, shocker, I know. Leo Lovelace, late to stream. Who could have seen that coming? Certainly not me. When the teacher was late, I took my manga out of my backpack and I read a bit. I wish I was into manga back in high school. I would have done the same. I didn't get into anime until my senior year of high school is when I got into anime. And I think I started reading manga like maybe junior year of college? Read around there. It was a great day when Leo streams. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Glad you think that. Today is 3 days in a row of a Leo stream. Pretty crazy. What did I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I didn't do Thursday, but I did Wednesday. So I've done 4 of the last 5 days, including today. Not bad. I'm doing hand stretches right now to hopefully make sure that my hands are in as good of a space as they can be for all this rhythm game playing. I'm not going to jump into the Blue Archive stuff right away. I want to warm up with some other stuff. I think... Oh, I'm not actually tabbed into the game. There we go. I think there's been a couple different DLCs that have come out since the last time I played, so... Oh yeah, I forgot Guilty Gear was in this game. Evidently kind of hard, because I could only get 94% on it. Only 94%? Well, that means it's hard in my book. You can see above my head, I only got an A rank instead of an S rank. But there's only 3 Guilty Gear songs. I forget which one of these I like the most, but right under this is Blue Archive. So we're going to play all of these new Blue Archive ones. There's a lot. I'm not sure what some of these other ones are. Oh, there's a Trails song. I buy every single DLC for this game, regardless of how much I know it, just because I like having more stuff to play. So what is that? Trails. I think these are all Trails. I recognize these characters as mostly Trails. I don't know if they all are. Oh, Girls Frontline. Forgot that was in here. We're in a Leo Golden Age during Golden Week? Oh, I forgot it was Golden Week. Yeah, I'm going to try and get in as many streams as I can over the next 3 to 4 weeks. Because once it's move time, I know I'm going to be basically MIA for 2 weeks, so got to make the most of this time. Those are all good Guilty Gear picks? Very good. Oh, Maple Story. Oh yeah, they had a whole Maple Story collab. I forgot about that. Story of Maple. Okay, I never played Maple Story. I don't recognize some of these. Constant Moderate. So that was already in the game. Did they add it again in the Blue Archive DLC? They didn't. Okay. That was already in the game, so they didn't add it. That's fine. What else we got? These are all Nexon things. Oh, they have a Tekken collab. I forgot about that. I think the Tekken collab came out in between my most recent stream and this one. I don't know any of these songs. I mean, I don't play Tekken, so that makes sense. But they sound like they would be fun to play. I feel like the volume's a little low. Alright, maybe that's a little better. I feel like this is one of those games where the volume starts off kind of low, and then when you actually play the song, it gets a lot louder. So you have to be careful about how you actually balance it. Eat Hey Shadow is neat. 174 BPM, that's a fast one. Ooh, that's hard on hard too. That's kind of funny. Isn't Tekken having like a whole fiasco right now? There's some controversy. Like, didn't they release a DLC or like a big title update and people are just not happy whatsoever with the changes? This one sounds nice. Kind of chill. Sounds decent. Now this sounds like it would be fun to play. Yodeling in Meadow Hill? What the hell is this? I don't like that one. Okay, I liked how this one sounded. So I think I want to start off with this one as my warm-up. I've heard something along those lines about Tekken. From what I remember, they brought back a character that's... See, on one hand, it can be fun when you bring back a character who died, but on the other hand, it just lessens the impact of every death. Because then you're like, well, if a character dies, it's supposed to be this big deal, you know? Oh, the character's gone for good, blah, blah, blah. But if they just come back, it's like, well, now for any other future character that dies or has died already, I'm not going to be as emotional about it. Because for all I know, they're just going to bring him back again. Okay, let's hope this doesn't blow out my eardrums when it starts. So I raised the volume. Okay, I need to increase the speed. It's going too slow for how close the notes are together. I forgot that you have to change it on a song-by-song basis. I mean, it's nice that you can customize it per song, depending on the BPM and stuff, but for the stuff that's faster BPM, you definitely want to increase the speed. And I thought the song was over there, but I guess not. Now it's over. Okay. Full combo, I'll take it for my first song in month. Not in S rank though, I don't think. Yeah, A rank, that's fine. Oh, that's a nice art that I unlocked. Focusing on my favorite bit. There was an update that also had gameplay changes that people didn't like. That might be the thing that I heard was super unpopular. Oh, I forgot they added this DJ class thing. They added like a whole new ranking system. DJ power? That's also new. Play points? Those are new. Damn, they've added a lot of things. Okay, for anyone who was watching during that, how was the audio? Was it too quiet, too loud? It actually wasn't as loud as I thought it would be. So I feel like I could turn it up a little bit. I just bumped it up a little more for me, at least. Alright, Haze Shadow you said was good, Noel? You can give this one a shot. Was quiet on my end? Okay. Yeah, I'll try bumping it up a little more then. Alright, I just raised it some more. I'll try this one and see how the audio is here. I raised both the OBS volume for you guys and the system volume for me, which is what feeds into the OBS volume. So I'm assuming it should be a lot louder now. It really doesn't feel that much louder. Okay, I'm gonna raise the volume again. I don't know why it's so quiet. I'm gonna bump it up to here. And then I'm gonna bump that up for you guys. Okay, this feels like it might be better. Was the end of a story arc about multiple games? This is the song that played during the final fight? Oh man, so this is a really big song then, huh? My full combo, no! Big moment at the time since someone was supposed to stay dead after this fight? Oh. Oh, sorry, so this... When you made the comment about bringing back somebody who died, that was in this scene. Oh my god, I missed like the second to last note. I think I only missed 2 notes, but that was a little fast. I think I needed to increase the speed a little again. I missed 4 notes? Damn. What is PLI? I don't even have these unlocked, whatever they are. I don't like that kid's song. What the hell? Oh, so this... Did I not play anything in this? I haven't played anything in this whole DLC section? This sounds hard. Okay, this sounds good. Old generation. I like the character design. Kind of reminds me of Jiro from My Hero. Totally threw my timing off there for a second. I think that's going to be really close to an S rank, but not quite. But it was a full combo at least. Does remind me of her now. Also a little Kazusa. I could definitely see the Kazusa there. A rank again? Yeah. I think you need like a 97 or 98% for S rank. And that was like 96 something. But I can definitely see Kazusa there for sure. There were some scenes in the background music video where she had like the pink for her hair too. And Kazusa has that like dark and pink contrast thing, where it's like what, that kind of darker color on the outside and then pink on the inside. I really liked the band event with Kazusa too. I was super excited about that banner. This is like a horror one. You can tell from the little icons here. Wow, normal difficulties an 8 out of 10. Hard is a 13. This is intriguing. I feel like this is going to be pretty hard. Even on normal, it's going to be tricky. What the hell? They confirm Angel Beats event is the 16th. Ooh, coming up soon. What's today? Like the 4th? 12 days away? I can't remember if that was one of the factors that made you want to check it out. I had wanted to potentially start it before the collab so I could have like currency saved up. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time this month is the problem. If it was in June, it would have been a better chance, but May is rough. I mean, I might be able to start on my own time, but I definitely wouldn't have time to stream. What are the characters who are going to be in the collab? I assume it's Kanade, Yuri. I don't know who else other than those three. The pink hair girl from the baseball part, she won. Maybe the girl who's in the band at the beginning of the anime, the red hair girl. Those are like the only 4 girls I can even remember. I let go of the note too early and it killed my full combo. I lost my full combo. I didn't even miss a note. It's just because I let go of a hold note too early. That's unfortunate. It's gonna count as 1 break because of that. 2 breaks. Oh, interesting. It's the 16th when they said midsummer. I thought it was like June, like my birthday. Yeah, like midsummer would be June or July to me. May isn't even summer yet. We're still like a month out. Hippie, Angel, and who's Irie? I assume Irie is the pink hair girl from the band. Baseball girl and the band girl. I just forget the name. Ooh, now this sounds like a banger. Oh my god. I can favorite this without even needing to play it. This song sounds so good. This is so Leo core. Has the volume been better for the last couple songs, by the way, after I bumped it up? Can you hear the songs now? Nice. What? The button released itself. I did not release that. One of the members from the band, she was the shy-looking one. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look up Kyrie to remind myself of her. I'm proud to say that's going to be an S rank. First S rank of the day. Let's go. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. The VHS info. The event said they had to convince Maeda really hard. Maeda wanted to move away from Angel Beats, but everyone on the team really wanted the collab. Damn. Wasn't there an Angel Beats visual novel in the works for quite a while, too? I feel like there was, and then it got canned at some point. Maeda used stuff from the canceled part 2 of the visual novel, and one of those characters... Oh, okay. I should have finished reading the chats before I said the thing about the visual novel. So there was the visual novel that got canceled. A character from that was Kyrie. Okay. That's interesting. I'm kind of surprised that they would do an unused character, like an original basically, as opposed to somebody from the anime, but... Streaming right now, chew. The Big Bang Challenge? What is this, Persona 5? So then I think in Angel Beats, if I were to play before then, I'd probably only roll for Yuri. This sounds good. Yeah, I'm feeling this one. Chion Masan. Just her backstory, everyone was planning to get a background, plans didn't work out, only a few of it revealed. I'm kind of surprised because Angel Beats was so popular. I feel like they definitely could have made more from it, but I don't know. Maybe was it not as popular when it came out and it got popular later on or something? I mean, I think it was 2010 that it came out. I didn't watch it until 2015. Oh, sorry, no, 2014, which is when I got into anime. It was like one of the first 10 anime I watched. Landed was like the 5th or something. And then I think I watched Angel Beats right after that, maybe? I kind of fell apart at the end there. I feel like I missed like 5 or 6 notes in a short period. Popular, but Maeda got sick, and while the next parts were never canceled, it seems highly unlikely to continue. Yeah, I could see why that would make it hard. Which is too bad, but... it's totally understandable. Some anime and his writing style isn't good for something limited on time, like anime and ended up disliked. That's definitely one of the biggest downsides I feel for Maeda. I really like his stories. I feel like they always do a great job of, like, you know, being good emotional stuff. Tugs on the heartstrings. He's really good with that. But I do feel if he has like a 12 or 13 episode anime, it just isn't enough time. Like, that was one of my criticisms for Angel Beats, which I did like, you know, don't get me wrong. But the ending felt kind of rushed, especially like the last, I don't know, 5 minutes of the last episode. There was, I don't want to like spoil it in case people haven't seen it, but there was one thing related to the main character and a relationship that I just like was actually surprised about when it happened, because I didn't like pick up on any hints leading up to it. And then I was totally flabbergasted when some relationship related thing happened, because I was like, I didn't see this at all. I didn't feel this ship at all. And apparently it was there all along. I was like, okay. But I think if he had enough time, you know, if Angel Beats was a 24 episode anime or something, maybe it could have been fleshed out better. But I thought the rest of it was good. I didn't see Charlotte, so I can't really comment on that. But then, like, The Day I Became a God is another good example. I really liked the first, like, 8 to 9 episodes of that. And then I hated is a strong word, but I pretty much hated the last, like, 3 to 4 episodes. It was, like, I don't know. If people have seen it, you probably know what point I started hating it. But like the music was so good. I thought the characters were fun. The comedy was really good. The emotional stuff was good. But then it like totally took a tonal shift. Like it went from this like lighthearted comedy that tugged at the heartstrings to like this drama fest that felt so overdone. Like, oh my god, I was so disappointed. Like, I dropped that anime from like a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10 to like a 4 out of 10 because of how much I hated the last 3 episodes. So, like, I feel bad for him because, again, I feel like it's another case of like, if this was a 24 episode anime, it might have been able to ease into that stuff better or just work it in better. But in 13 episodes, it felt so sudden when it took that like shift into the stuff that happens at the end of that anime. And I was not a fan of it. But I believe Jun Maeda also wrote Clannad, right? And Clannad is like, it's my all-time favorite anime. It's one of my favorite stories ever. It has one of my favorite protagonists ever. But you know, that was a visual novel, and it's a long visual novel. And the anime had like 47 or 50 episodes, something like that. So it had plenty of time to go through all the routes, develop all the characters, and really make it hit. So I think if he's given that kind of time, it can definitely work well. So I'm sure Heaven Burns Red is another example like Clannad, where it's like very strong because it's an ongoing gacha game. You constantly have new story coming out, new events coming out that are fleshing out the characters. I think that's where he can shine, for sure. Went into hiding for a long while after being harassed online. We're lucky he came back to Heaven Burns Red, but he also seems to be making his dying work. He seems to be holding on only to finish it. Is he really sick in person or something? Or IRL? I know you said he was sick after Angel Beats, but is he like still sick? I'm glad that Heaven Burns Red is being received really well, though. He definitely deserves it. I do really like his writing style. And I feel very badly for him for being harassed in general. Not liking something, I mean, there's never really a good reason to harass somebody. I would never advocate for that. But harassing somebody just because you don't like a story they wrote or a piece of art they drew is so sad. It's pathetic. Like, why are you choosing to spend your time harassing somebody because they did something you didn't like? Or they made something you didn't like? I don't know. I feel very negatively towards any people who do stuff like that. Any type of content creation, whether it's a story, a piece of art, a song, a streamer, any of them, if they get harassed by people for something that, I don't know, I just pisses me off. Kind of sounds like Pekaro with the highs. My accuracy is a little lacking in this song. Okay, well, full combo, but only an A rank for accuracy. I only was 96.09% accurate. Can you believe that? How sad is that? How sad is that I could only get 96% accuracy? Pathetic. I only hit 480 notes perfectly. What the hell? Doesn't have the best physical or mental health. Well, hopefully an ongoing gacha thing lets him hide his time, I guess, for lack of a better word, or spend his time more like spread out as opposed to crunching to get through stuff. People are thinking Heaven Burns Red is going to be a greatest work. I hope so. I hope he can surpass Planet. I would be very excited about that. Hello, Wasabi. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Damn, I'm late. Yo, Rhythm Wizard Leo. Hello, hello, hello. I haven't played any Blue Archive songs yet, actually. So you're not late from that perspective. I've just been playing other stuff to warm up. Brother in Christ, it's your eyes. If you don't like it, just look away. Exactly. Like, I don't know. People who spend their time being negative about something, I just like, why? Why not, rather than complaining, you know, spending your free time typing up complaints and raging about something, or playing something you don't like, or watching something you don't like, why don't you go do something you do like? Why don't you play a game you like? Why don't you watch a show you like? Why don't you go tell some other creator how much you like their streams, or how much you like their story or game? Like, what? Why do you choose to be negative with your free time? It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what? Since Wasabi just hopped in the stream, I think it's time that we play a Blue Archive song. We've done a good amount of warming up. But what Blue Archive song do we start with? This is a good one. This is gonna be a fucking nightmare on high difficulties. The Gregorius? Damn. Hifumi Daisuki. Oh my god, the Shupo song is here? Luminous Memory is a great one. They say the Fates Honkai collab story was really, it's overseen by Nasu? Okay. Any story written by Nasu, I very much trust. The best chapters in FGO are the ones written by him. This was Maid Eris and Toki. Giant Chicken. Hate the Gregorius boss battle. Is that one of the total assaults or something? I am suck at those. Another one of the track ones. Oh, Ryoharu. I think this might be my favorite song in the soundtrack so far. This plays during such a good scene. I got... man. When this song played in the main story, I got teary. I screenshotted a bunch of stuff from this scene. One neat thing to work on, or one neat thing is working on the Angel Beats. Collab made him appreciated again for the first two parts of the collab trilogy. He used story stuff he already had. Part 3 was newbie work. Collab trilogy? Wait, is this Angel Beats collab a 3-part thing? Or do you mean there's 3 different collabs? And this is, one of the 3. It'll be the best narrative in Star Rail ever. Is the Star Rail story not very good? Oh, Unwelcome School. Iconic. My favorite goon. Aru. I love the little icons they chose for these. You know, Shiroko Terra for Ryoharu makes sense. Aru's freaking out face for Unwelcome School? Perfect. Miyu's freaking out face for Usagi Flap? Perfect. This is just another iconic one. Lucechi's animations with this song are just so good. Okay, I think we go Usagi Flap to start. I mean, it's the song. How can you not do Usagi Flap? I don't know what they're going to use for the backgrounds. I refuse to not hit a note in Usagi Flap. Are you kidding me? I gotta speed the song up a little bit. I gotta stretch my hands a little more. I don't know what's going on. Come on. I gotta get a full combo on this. Styro's story tends to be overcomplicated just for the sake of it. What about like the Genshin and the Zenless ones? Are those? I feel like I generally hear good things about the Genshin story. SRT Rabbit Squad. Any Sugar Rush? I don't recall seeing a Sugar Rush song. I'd have to double check the list. Angel Beats collab event is standalone, but they kept crossing over. Don't know more than that since I avoided spoilers. Good call to avoid spoilers. Spoilers are one of my mortal enemies. I assume they know each other in part 2 and 3 to save time on introductions. That would make sense. That's how it worked in Nikke with like the Evangelion collabs. Because there were 2. And you know, the first collab they met for the first time, but then the second collab, the main character, you know, like your player character and the other Nikke remembered the Eva girls. So I liked how they did that. Is Leo dropping beats? You better believe it, Armando. The sickest of beats, as they say. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. What? What the fuck? I'm gonna have to replay this later. This is unacceptable. Really close to an S rank, even though I didn't get that there. Finished Seven Birds Red Chapter 3. I knew the end would be sad, but it still got me a little. Oh, is that known as like one of the big sad times? That's correct, Noel. That's the song. Yeah, it's because I believe it's because of the Blue Sechi animation that had Arisu dancing to it. And then it became the Aris song. The Arisu song instead of the SRT Squad song. I mean, I love that anime. Blue Sechi animations are like one of my joys. Anytime I see he uploads something new, I am so stoked. Basically, every end of chapter has sad things. What the heck? Come on, Heaven Burns Red. Gotta have some happiness. Alright, so we have the Rabbit Squad, we have Problem Solver, we have Hawk 9 Train. I don't know if that's Kasumi's song or if it's from the event. That's a story song. This is an event song from the track and field event. I think this is a story one. That's one of the boss fight songs. That's the Maid Heiress Bunny Toki event. I think this is just a story song. That's the Shupagaki song. I assume this Hifumi song is the Makeup Club song. Boss fight. Another track and field event. The casino event. So I guess this is the closest you're gonna get. We don't have Sugar Rush, but we do have the After School Dessert Club song. Problem Solver? I love Problem Solver. They're so fun. The dress event for them, where they like infiltrate the event and then Haruka just goes crazy every time somebody insults Haru, is so good. I like the Dotabata one. Dotabata. I don't think I actually played this event. I admittedly don't play a chunk of the Blue Archive events. I play every FGO event, I play every Azure Lane event, and I play every Nikkei event. Blue Archive is my one main gacha that I don't play every event. I mostly play the events that interest me. What I need to start doing is play all of them, or at the very least, just hit skip on the story so that I can read them later. Because if you don't read the event during the event, it doesn't go into the archive. Highlander song's good too. I don't think I've heard it actually. I saw that they finally made the Shupagaki's playable though. Makeup Works song, Phantom Thief, Infamous Prisoner. Oh, it's one of the prisoners. Right. Is that Kai? Was that the one who's in that event? I really like her design. Isn't that Akane? And then Hoshino? Wait a second. Is this not the Shupagaki song? Am I getting confused with the Shupagaki school? Because this has Abido's art. So is this an Abido song? Or Abidos, however you pronounce it? I always say Abidos. But I think the icon right there is one of the Shupagaki schoolgirls. It's the Train Twin song? Huh. I wonder why they have Akane and Hoshino as the art here. These are all Hifumi's arts, which makes sense. This is all the track girls. There's all the bunny girls. Reisa and Kazusa. There's the Maid Game Dev Club. Track event. Story song. Ah, Ichika! Problem solver. Haruka freaking out. Maybe they just put other art in there. Alright, let's do the Shupagaki here. That one was kind of hard. I'm not even upset that I missed a note in that one like I was in the previous one, because that one was actually, like, harder. %, like, that doesn't seem bad, and I only missed 2 notes, but I don't know, I felt like I was, like, fighting for my life throughout that song. Phantom Thief is Yosumi Akira. Oh, Akira. Kai's the one from Shanhaijin. Right. Did you watch the new PV? I don't think I have, actually. I'll have to look. I was playing the Blue Archive events, but it became harder after Heaven Burns Red. Heaven Burns Red were on a different level when it debuffed other gacha games by comparison. That's fair. Honestly, I think that's kind of how it's been for me with, like, FGO is still my main one. I will always prioritize FGO. I think FGO is on another level compared to all the other gacha I play, in terms of story and how much I like the characters and stuff. Azure Lane was my number 2 for a long time, but... And then after Azure Lane, I started playing Blue Archive, and I had those 3. And then I picked up Nikke, and Nikke has been climbing, so... Nikke went from occasionally log in to, like, daily log in, do my dailies, play every event. So Nikke is actually, like, my number 2 at this point for how often I play it and actually read the events. But I feel that with certain gacha debuffing other gacha. I'm sure if I start Heaven Burns Red, I'm gonna feel the same about that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to full combo the casino one. I think this one's gonna be kind of hard too. I already missed a note? What are you talking about? That was distracting. I'm trying to full combo song here, Karen. Hey, okay. I actually full comboed that one. Not an S rank, just an A rank, but hey, we did it. Cool, anime booba. Hello, Tim. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. The fact that every dialogue is voice acted is a major part of it, and the voice acting is phenomenal. I do really appreciate that in gacha stuff. None of my gacha are like that. Makes it stand out. At most, they only voice act main story in other games, but everything in Heaven Burns Red is voiced. Yeah. Like in FGO, nothing is voice act. Okay. The story isn't voice acted in FGO, but the characters are. So, like, when they use skills and stuff in battle, those are voiced. And the Valentine's event is actually voiced, specifically for the Valentine scenes. But that's it. In Azure Lane, the characters are voiced, but none of the story. Blue Archive, characters voiced, none of the story. Okay, if I'm just talking story and events, FGO, only Valentine's event. Blue Archive, nothing. Azure Lane, nothing. And then Nikke is main story and the main events. Which is better than the other three. But yeah, Heaven Burns Red being fully voice acted is super cool. Yeah, it has a dub story now, I think. Is that new? Or, oh wait, no, they just announced it's going to have one, right? I think as part of like the big, was it big anniversary recently that they had, or some other big stream or something? I think it was gonna have what, Japanese and Korean dub, or something like that? Or just Korean? I assume it's Japanese and Korean. Hope it happens soon. I do too, but it's also a ton of stuff to dub. So I'm not sure how fast it will come worldwide. Let's go Ryoharu. Ryoharu. One of my favorite songs in the game. Voice main story, Korean voice? Gotcha. But no Japanese. Or is it both? I know for sure that they announced they're doing a Korean one. Well, I've already missed a note, but whatever. No Japanese yet, it's more expensive. That's true. A lot of the characters are voiced by some, like, or at least a handful of the characters are voiced by some bigger names on the JP side. So doing a full dub of the story knowing that would definitely be pricier than just using Korean ones. Man, that like background flash of all of those big scenes and events give me so much nostalgia for when I was playing through the main story and I was seeing all of that happen. Okay, I did terrible on that song. I don't even think I had 90% accuracy. Yeah, I had 89.97%, 90% accuracy. Not good. That might not even be an A rank. That song was a lot harder. B rank. Oh. So sad. I gotta like stretch my hands after that one. That was hard. Oh. Oh, big yawn out of nowhere. You think you did terrible? Remember, I have 2% accuracy. 2%. Wasabi, please. Are you talking about that like Sugar Rush minigame? The one that you sent in the Discord? I still haven't tried that, actually. I need to try it on PC because it wasn't working well on mobile. Alright. 9, 10, 10, 9, 6. So this one's easy. 9, 9, 8, 10, 10, 11 for unwelcome school? Damn. So, to put those numbers into context, that's like a difficulty ranking. On 6 button, which is what I play, DJMax is cool because it has a ton of play options. You can play it either 4 button, 6 button, 4 button, 5 button, 6 button, or 8 button. It gets harder as it goes up. Generally, I actually find 5 harder than 6, but generally speaking, it gets harder as it goes up. And then in addition to being able to pick how many buttons you play with, you also have normal, hard, max, and SC difficulty for most songs for each button. And then those are rated on a scale of 1 to 15. 15 being the hardest. Or for SC's perspective, it has like a totally different scale. So for me on 6 button, generally anything up to 8 out of 15, I can play pretty straightforwardly. Like I can generally full combo anything up to 8. 9 and 10, I can generally finish the song, 9, 10, or 11, but I usually can't full combo it. And then like 12 and above, I struggle to finish it. So a lot of these Blue Archive songs are in the 9 to 10, which is the I can definitely finish it, but I probably can't full combo it type tier. Couldn't get past easy mode? You gotta play DJMax easy mode. Only 4 buttons. If you're playing on PlayStation, it uses left and up on the D-pad and triangle and circle. If you play 5 button, it uses left on D-pad, up on D-pad, triangle, circle, and then there's a middle one, and you can use either right on the D-pad or square to press it, whatever you want. If you play on 6 button, it uses left, up, and right on the D-pad, and then square, triangle, and circle. And if you play 8 button, it uses all 6 of those ones that I just said, plus it uses L1 and R1. I get killed on 8 button. 6 button is pretty good for me. 4 button I think is too easy. 5 button confuses me. Let's do the Dorobata song. Dorobata. Are you kidding me? I did the Toki Bunny Fawn story pretty recently in the game. I thought that was kind of funny. Saving up for Summer Iori because she comes out in 2 days. Or the rerun is in 2 days. That wasn't that hard. I think I only missed 1 point. 1 note. I think you can modify the buttons of Sugar Rush, but it's just 4 buttons. Or it's not too bad. Yeah, I missed 1 note. Damn it. Love this song. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. They fixed the timeline? Timeline in what? Blue Archive? That was your first Blue Archive event. I started Blue Archive on launch day, actually. I remember being so shocked when Arona actually says the name that you put in for your character. I was like, what? Sensei looks at Yori's feet now instead of the oh yeah, right. Because they updated the translation in English to fix that. Which is good, now it's canon. Good job, Sensei. Not my cup of tea, but hey, if that's what Sensei wants, go for it. I did do the most recent Blue Archive event though, the idol Mario one. I like all 3 of those girls that are the main characters in that event, so I wanted to read that. I thought that was fun. I liked that they had a full animated music video for it too. Hibiki, one of my favorites. Damn it. I started that song off really well, and then I started to fall apart at the end. I hate the mulch song. Yeah, I missed 5 notes there. Didn't have time for the idol event? No. Did you at least get the free idol mine? Or Mine? I don't know how to pronounce her name. If it's mine or Mine. I always say mine. I assume it's Mine. I really like all 3 of them in that event, though. Viki's one of your favorites, too? Nice. Saha's my favorite of the team. Blonde one is the only one I don't have out of the cheer versions. I think she's the only one I'm missing, too. I definitely have Hibiki, and I definitely have Utaha. She's in Yakuza 3? What? Mine is? Mine is? Got them all? Nice. I haven't played this event, but I heard good things about Cosme's character. Kotama. That's the one. Won't stop eavesdropping on Sensei. Just like the freaking girl from the snow school. I'm blanking on the school's name. Red Winter? The one with the telescope who's always spying? They should have a party. The 2 of them. Nodoka, yeah. Neat, it's finally raining. It's supposed to rain a lot here over the next like week. Wow. Literally this entire week, today through Saturday, every day has a chance of rain. Want to try Gregorius? I think this is going to be really hard. If it has you playing this piano, this is going to be really hard. Most of the week for us too. I don't mind the rain. I don't like thunder, but as long as it's raining, I like the sound of rain. I don't like driving in rain. It's going to make traffic worse. Mine is? I will be excited for that. All right, Gregorius. I was killing it. I was doing so good. I need to restart that. I can do better. My hands were kind of dying though. I felt my like fingers start to become less responsive as I was going. So I'm gonna stretch them a little bit and then I'm gonna try restarting. But I won't restart more than once because I don't think I'm actually gonna full combo this. This is hard. This is really fast and really hard. I think I'm gonna speed it up a little bit too so that I have a little more sense of what's coming. Just a cozy rainy Sunday, building up Pokemon, sipping Coke Zero. Ooh, Coke Zero. Don't like Cashew hear that. I think he said he had to ration his Coke Zeros for the rest of the weekend or something. What Pokemon have you been playing? Were you doing another replay of Y? One of the most popular characters last month was JTF Mob. I love Mob. I really like when people do little comics with her. I kind of hope that they make Mob a actual like character that you can recruit. I just don't know how it would work. Because I feel like you kind of have to have like a name. But as soon as you name them, then they're not a mob. So it's like a catch-22. knockoff Coke Zero. It's actually half the price and tastes the same. Are you gonna say it's Pepsi? I'm actually not gonna restart. I'm just gonna continue. I didn't do terrible, but I definitely felt my fingers start to die on like 2 or 3 different occasions. It's so fast. Nothing tastes the same as Coke Zero. Spoken like a true Coke Zero fiend. Finally met Behemoth. My Nikes are strong enough. Ooh. Is that one of the big story chapter bosses? Oh, you have a name for her in Japan? They had one for the visual novel? Really? What's the name, Noah? That's fair because the Coke Zero in Hokkaido tastes way different than the stuff in Ontario. Probably because, I don't know, the stuff that they, isn't actually like Coke in Mexico really different too? Like they use a different kind of sugar or something? So supposedly Coke in Mexico tastes way better than Coke in the US. Or people say it's like the glass bottle effect or something like that. I actually bought a Coke at work this week. That was the first time I've had a Coke and I don't even know how long. It was just a normal Coke though, not Coke Zero. GG. Heard that? I've seen restaurants where you can order Coke or Mexican Coke and Mexican Coke always costs more. It's that much better? It's either that much better or it is more expensive to manufacture because of what they use to make it. I need to slow the speed down a little bit. Race. Oh my god, Raisa. Hey, the banned version did make it in. Just as like a little cameo at the end there, but I like Raisa. I like her little dynamic with the club. 6-pack of bottles is 310 here, and a 12-pack of cans is 520. Damn. Made from sugarcane sugar, the good addictive sugar. In Japan, they call her Masumi-chan. Oh, that does sound familiar. I think you're right. Siren is so good. I've heard Siren is really, really good, yeah. Seems like she's an SSS tier unit. I've been trying to build her up when I can. And these days I gotta check out Blue Archive. I've seen so many 10 out of 10 designs. It's a really good gacha, Cashew. I recommend. But I know you have multiple that you already play and then multiple on your list, so... I still stand by the gacha with the best character designs in general is Azure Lane. Like Nikkei, Blue Archive, FGO, they have good designs. The Hoyo games, they have good designs. But I think Azure Lane is pretty head and shoulders above every single other gacha in terms of designs. There are so many characters in that game. And there are so many good designs. Like any type of character that you could want, it's in Azure Lane. I guarantee it. Got Mihara? Nice. How much, how many tickets or gems did it take? But yeah, Blue Archive has good designs too. Good story, fun characters. You guys already translated the Mob VN? I actually have not seen that. I'll have to look that up. Alright, let's take a break from Blue Archive stuff. In 110 roll? Nice. I forget if I logged in yesterday. I think I did. I gotta open it up on the side so I can make sure I got my daily free roll in. I wish there was an efficient way to do hand stretches. That's like the one downside of rhythm games is I love them, but I have to be really on top of like doing hand stretches before and during. Unfortunately, my hands are a little dry too, which also makes it harder. Like stretching one finger at a time. All that's left is Eve coming in June. Yeah, Stellar Blade collab. Excited about that. And Stellar Blade also comes to PC in June. I hope that means more of my friends will play it if they don't have a PlayStation. Cough, Cashew, cough. Except maybe not, because that's kind of a long game. And I know that you try to avoid the longer games. Added it to my wish list just for you. Hey, that's what I like to see. Worst case, you can play it in your own time. I think it took me what? I streamed it 9 times. And I probably averaged like 5 hours a stream, which is like, it's so I probably played it for 45 to 50 hours or so. But I also did everything. I did every side quest. I got every collectible. So that playtime would definitely be shorter if you don't do literally everything like I did. How long to beat says 15 to 20 if you're focusing on main scenario? Damn. That's a huge difference. How long is it, or how long to beat say if you do main plus sides? Like 40? 45? But yeah, I'm very excited for the Stellar Blade collab in Nikkei. And the Nikkei collab in Stellar Blade. Although I'd have to start a new playthrough to do it, which is kind of a pain. To look up recommended hand stretches by medical experts. I still use these ones for myself to avoid carpal tunnel. I probably should. I've seen some that I do try and do, but there's definitely better ones I can do. The thing is that I've been tested for carpal tunnel, and that's not what I have. Like, I basically have the effects of carpal tunnel without actually having carpal tunnel. So I don't know if that means I have arthritis or if it's something else. Because the only things I know that affect your hand like that are carpal tunnel and arthritis. But I have had multiple tests for carpal tunnel and it always comes back negative. Like, I've had multiple doctors look at it. I've had x-rays. I've had the EKG done where they like shock you with the electricity. And after all of them, they were like, nah, it seems fine. I don't think it's carpal tunnel. Like, well, damn. So I have arthritis in my hands and I'm 28? Is that what it is? And if that's what it is, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. More typical, including main story and extras, is about 36. Completionists aiming to 100% could be 55 hours, 30 minutes. That feels about right. Because to 100%, you have to do multiple playthroughs. And I did everything without multiple playthroughs. So I was definitely in between those two. Because I did all extras. Did you play The Order 1886? Good question. That's actually funny that you asked that one, Wasabi, because I actually just got that, like, last weekend. And I've never played it, but I have it now. My dad and I both have PlayStation, and he was selling his because he has a PS5, so he was selling his PS4, and had a bunch of PS4 games, and I was like, oh, you could probably bundle these ones into, you know, if you want to clear out space, help it sell faster. And I mentioned how he had some games that I was also interested in, but didn't have. And he was like, oh, I'll just give them to you if you want. Like, I don't really play much of it. I was like, okay. So The Order was one of them, because I've never played it, and he had a copy, and I was like, oh, I mean, if you just want to give it to me, I'm not going to say no. So I got a couple from him. I got The Order. I got the Ratchet and Clank remake for PS4. I got Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which I really wanted to play on stream potentially. I got Infamous Second Son, which I have not played yet. And I got Little Big Planet 3. Don't know what that is. Great game, short one. Oh yeah, it's like under 6 hours, I think. It's between, I don't know, it's 4 or 5 hours or so. Maybe 6 max, but between 4 and 6 hours. I heard it was solid. I think it's PS4 exclusive though. So if you don't have a PS4 or a PS5, Titanfall 2. Yeah, who said that? I have that one too. I have that one on PC. It's on my list for one-off streams though. Yeah, ghosts in chat whispering stuff? That sounds spooky. When I googled it, the first video that came up was Order 1886, the PS4's worst exclusive game. It's hit or miss for people, from what I've heard. I think generally the consensus is the graphics are really good, and the story is interesting. The downsides that I've heard is that it's too short, and since it didn't sell well, it is never going to get a sequel. So you're never going to actually get more of the world in the story that supposedly were good. But I think graphically it's supposed to be like one of the best games on the console. I heard that they just canceled the Titanfall game, actually. EA had a big round of layoffs, and they laid off like 100 people and canceled the Titanfall game. Oh, this has the part at the beginning that I love playing. I always lock in. May not be good because it's kind of fast, but... Oh. Nah, I missed a note. Fuck, what do you mean I missed a note in there too? Come on, no. We're full comboing that fast part, damn it. Barely, but yes. What do you mean I missed that shitty random other note after that? No, I didn't. Is that the moment they dipped in a battle royale? Yeah. Kind of annoying that so many games feel like they need to do something like that nowadays. Every game has a battle royale or a battle pass or... This sounds fun. I mean, I have it in my favorite section, so I must have liked it.
To the maximum.
Well, I didn't do as good as I did the first time I played it, but hey. It's fun to play. My friend that tried to persuade me that Apex was going to help pay for the development of Titanfall 3, but I knew once they got a taste of that pie, they weren't going back. I'm sure it was a mix of A, the money they get from Apex, and 2, EA looking at Respawn and being like, hey, why would I let you guys develop a new single-player Titanfall game when you can just keep doing new seasons of Apex and making us a lot more money? Watch release of 2 because it got dropped between Call of Duty and Battlefield in the holidays. Horrible release timing. Yeah, basically DOA. When you have 2 juggernauts releasing on either side of you. And I think I heard that that was actually not on EA. I think that was on like Vince Zampinella or whatever, the creator. I think he was like super gung-ho and he like insisted that they released it at that point. And he's taken responsibility for that since then. Hey, fun fact. You want some Leo Lovelace lore? I think I've mentioned before that there have been instances where I did one of the applications or auditions, whatever you want to call it, to join certain companies. And, you know, you have to make like a video as part of it. And I had me playing this song actually as one of the things that was in the video. It was one of like the little segments in it. Forgot about that song. They have Lights of Muse? Yeah, I think there was a small Muse Dash collab. So they got a couple songs. I wish there was something difficulty-wise in between 5 and 10, because 10 is at my upper level, and 5 is a little too easy. So like, if they had like a 6 or a 7 version, that would be great. I'll play it just for you, Cashew. I got you. Damn, hips. Damn it. Okay, I did a lot better on it that time than I did the previous times, I think. But that's definitely my new record on that song. Too kind? I try to be nice when I can. Bunny girl Rin. You do like your bunny girl outfits. I don't know how to feel about clown underboob. I'm not so much a fan of clowns. I have to agree with that part. Oh, they have a lot of Muse Dash songs. Oh, I remember this one. Yep, I remember this one. Pancake is love. Can't even remember the last time I had a pancake. Oh, this is a good one. I like this song a lot. I feel bad for clowns after some horror movies and people doing crimes as clowns. Most are out of a job. Oh my god. I forgot about the crimes as clowns thing. That was like, oh man. Like 2015, 2016? It was like going viral because there was some people in clown costumes who like committed some crimes, I think. And then people started dressing up as clowns and like showing up places at night in public. And then people were getting freaked out. It was like a clown epidemic. Well, clown profession is like much rarer nowadays. It is, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of clowns in general. I do feel for people who, you know, want to be clowns or have that be their job or whatever. But, it is what it is. I've seen some modern clowns that just don't look like the classic ones. They definitely have changed in style over time. I'm curious what this SC difficulty is. They have a much more minimalist makeup. I prefer the minimalist look, personally. But it's definitely different. Clussy fever. Clussy. Holy shit, what was that? How are you supposed to hit that? That's like across the middle. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Not that clussy. I think there's a couple clown VTubers too. I've never seen it, actually, now that I think about it. The clown one. I think I read a synopsis of the book, and I was kind of shocked at some of the stuff that was in it. And I couldn't figure out how they would make a movie about it. Unless they changed the movie to be something different. Because the book was like, there's no way they could put some of that in a movie. Oh my god, I had an S rank for so long, and then I lost it in the last like 10 seconds of the song. Oh no, I still got an S rank, so you don't need 98%. I thought that was the cutoff. Pretty much never watched it. Guess like all things they evolve. I am talking about that, Tim, yeah. From what I understand in the book, that's how they get out of it. Or that's how they figure out how to like defeat the clown or like free themselves from the clown. And I have a really hard time imagining that made it into the movie. But I was like flabbergasted when I was reading the synopsis and that happened. I was like, what the hell? Let's do the Hifumi song. That part threw me off. From what I've heard, Stephen King was very picky with the writing he was doing until his wife found a half-finished version of Carrie in the trash and persuaded him to finish it. And I think since then, he tends to not overthink what he tries to get published anymore. It's just been a cold, coke-fueled turnout of book after book since then. It's insane how many I actually want to look it up. How many books has Stephen King released? Because I'm pretty sure it's a hell of a lot. Stephen King. He has written approximately 200 short stories. Filmography. I don't want filmography. I want number of books. Stephen King, number of books written. I've never seen this. What the hell? You know how Google sometimes tells you, like, an answer at the start when you, like, Google things? I've never ever seen something like this. So I Googled Stephen King number of books written, and this is what Google tells me. If I can find my thing I just saved. There it is. Google says at least 61. What? I've never seen Google not just give me a straight answer at the top there. It's always either a normal number or a date or something. At least 61. That's so weird. Alright, according to Wikipedia, King has published 65 novels and novellas, including 7 under the pen name Richard Bachman, and 5 non-fiction books. He has written over 200 short stories, some of which are compiled in book collections. He's 77 years old? Wow. I knew he was old, but I didn't know he was that old. What is this picture I have saved? Oh. I was wondering what the random picture I had saved in my OBS was. I knew it couldn't be anything bad. This is the one that I think Cashew made. When I was trying to roll for something and I was just getting everything other than that, but everybody in chat was getting masked. Yeah, I took the fall for you guys. Do I have any other random pictures saved? No. Damn. Maybe it's not sure to count like unpublished things or short stories. Yeah, probably something like that. Or like if it was including his alt or anything. Who dares send me a Snapchat? Esme sent me a Snapchat. Crazy. Let's do Luminous Memory. Izuna! I love Izuna. Lana and Arona. Oh, I barely got the S rank on that. I really like that song. I really like the song, and I liked that the music video for this one with all the background images, it was just like a lot of the good times in Blue Archive. Not any of the intense stuff, just all good vibes. Well, there was a couple like sadder ones mixed in, but mostly all good vibes. The song for the new PV in there. Do you know the name of it off the top of your head? I'm assuming not. I still haven't done Unwelcome School. Okay, we gotta do Unwelcome School. My favorite goon of goobers. My favorite gang of goons. S rank, baby. And it ended with the Aru Live 2D for her dress version, which is one of my favorites. Yeah. Yeah. The song was in the Mahjong Soul collab and it just played on repeat. Oh, the one that I just played right now? Yeah, Unwelcome School is a classic. It's one of the most popular songs in the soundtrack, I think. Sky of Unity? No, that wasn't in the list, unfortunately. Also, hello, Frost. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Welcome back from work. Even if you don't know Blue Archive, you might know this song. Yeah. It's so popular. I feel like the most recognizable Blue Archive songs are probably this one and this one. Watch 6PV. I don't think I have. I'll have to check it and see what it's all about. Guy got me yesterday. I fell asleep during Yakuza and didn't wake up until 10. Damn. I mean, jet lag makes sense. It's you're on the East Coast normally, right? We're the same time zone, and you were coming from Vegas. So what's that? Like a 2-hour difference? Sign up for the Stellasaur closed beta test. I don't think so. Did it just open? I think I had my eye on the game, but I don't remember seeing something about a beta test. Three-hour difference for Vegas, damn. Oh, it opened 5 days ago for the beta. Okay. Alright, I'll have to look into that later then. Also, I will be right back. I gotta take a quick idle meeting. But I will see you very shortly. BRB. Hello. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. But we are back. Waiting for the Shadowverse 2 release. Have they said anything other than 2025? Or is it, I feel like, I don't know if I saw something that was summer 2025 or if I'm just putting that in my head. On the 28th and it closes on the 16th. Alright. That's definitely enough time to sign up. I heard, but I pre-registered. Oh, I meant to ask you if you were feeling any better. Twice as bad? Can't talk above a whisper without coughing up razor blades? Oof. Is it like, do you think it's allergies or do you think you caught something? Or like a bad case of allergies or? Because it is the season. May. I mean, pollen is in the air, stuff is going around. Spring and fall are my two favorite seasons for like weather and whatnot, but like also, oof, they're the two seasons where it's like the easiest to catch something and everything starts going around. But I hope you feel better. That stinks. I was looking forward to Last of Us. But definitely, considering your voice is your job, it's definitely in your best interest to rest it up. Speaking of which, I'm gonna have a throat lozenge. I have Ricola honey lemon. It has like a liquid inside. They're really good. They're definitely my go-to for any kind of sore throat or cough, because the liquid inside is like very soothing. Strep's going around the city right now. Not as bad as when I've had strep before, but it's pretty lame. It is lame. It sucks regardless. And strep sucks too. One of my least favorite things to have. April showers bring May flowers, as they say. True. And we're gonna have May showers this entire week at where I live. Although always first, take whatever steps is necessary to recover. 100% agree. That is by far the most important thing. All right, Yuka. I see Yuka and Izuna here, two of my favorites. I actually have a Track Yuka figure pre-ordered. And then a Izuna figure just went up for pre-order that I want to get too. Oh my god. I was doing good. And then all of a sudden my hand started like stinging. This is the problem with rhythm games. I have to shake it out and then I have to restart. Ow! Oh, fuck. Ow. I was shaking my hand out and I slammed my thumb on my mic. Right on the metal part in the corner. How am I supposed to play a rhythm game after I slam my thumb? All right, I'm gonna let that rest for a minute while I catch up on the chats. Figurine tariffs, please God no. I'm gonna be paying a lot of attention to what happens in June and July with figures, because I'm gonna have to cancel a lot of them if the tariffs are gonna hit figures. It seems kind of up in the air if they're gonna get hit or not. So I really need to wait and see what other people who order figures are gonna have happen. While I give my thumb a chance to stop singing, I'm gonna show you one of the figures I pre-ordered recently that I thought was nice. I have some that comes out. I mean, I have some stuff pre-ordered that comes out in this month in June. So like, I need to know what happens soon, so I can cancel them in time if I need to. I think there was one in like September I wanted to cancel. There was one in August I was gonna cancel. Might have been another in September I was gonna cancel. Um, but I just pre-ordered this Wakamo figure. It looks so good. Like, holy moly, does it look good? Image. Download. Boom. Look at that. Tell me that's not a piece of modern art. There is so much detail to that figure. Like, holy crap. Um, this actually, I think it came out last year and it immediately sold out everywhere. And then the resale for it was like 2 to 3x the MSRP. And they already announced a rerun of it. So obviously I got the pre-order in for the rerun. The nice thing with figure pre-orders is that, well, depending where you order from. I order from AmiAmi. The nice thing with AmiAmi pre-orders is that you can put your pre-order in for no cost. Like you don't get charged at the time. You only pay when it comes out and it's ready to ship. And you can cancel it up until it comes out. So there's no downside to pre-ordering. I'm kind of I uh I pre-order a decent amount. Pretty much anything that catches my eye and interests me, I'll pre-order and then I'll just cancel it before it comes out if I decide I don't actually want it. And I don't have to pay anything because they let you do that, which is nice. But yeah, I thought that Wakamo figure looked real nice. Very pretty. Wakamo swimsuit, Wakamo great. I really like Wakamo. She grew on me a lot after I did her Bond stories. Cool bayonet. Bayonetta. I've never played Bayonetta. Hard to sleep at night when a Wakamo figure staring at you. Maybe that's what some people want, Jack. I can show you the Azuna figure that I wanted to pre-order too. Actually, Azuna is one of my favorites in Blue Archive. And she just had a figure go up for pre-order a couple days ago, but I haven't pre-ordered yet. Pre-ordered yet. Because that's Wacamo again. Because there's an exclusive bonus for pre-ordering it. If you order it from the manufacturer, but they don't have an online store, so I'm trying to figure out if I have to use a proxy to get it or what. But this is the Azuna figure that I thought was really nice. Like I said, definitely one of my favorites in Blue Archive. Like at a bare minimum, she's top 3. It's probably Yuka, Izuna, and Aru are probably my top 3. But I thought that was really nice. And the bonus you get if you pre-order it through the manufacturer is you get this alternate winking face that you can swap out. That I also thought was really cute. And you only get the winking face if you pre-order it through them. So I feel like for Azuna, I definitely want that winking face, you know? Like Naruto, she's following her ninja way. Yeah. Props to Azuna for that, man. Is that all I pre-ordered recently? Oh yeah. You know what else I got pre-ordered? Gonna love this one. I pre-ordered The Menace. I pre-ordered this bad boy. It was like $9. I got a Doro. I like that little fella. I love Doro, man. He's so funny. I actually have they came out with a bunch of Doro merch recently. So I also pre-ordered there's a second Doro that came out for pre-order. So I pre-ordered both of them. They were both really cheap, which I appreciate. Um some of you guys might have seen it. Um hold on. The picture quality was really low for some reason. Uh then they also describe it as adorable. That's a good one. Hard to believe the meme became official with the source it came from. Yeah. Shift Up has embraced it so well. They also have this Doro box set. Oops, not me. That has a group of 6 Doros. So I also got the box set. So you get Doro herself, Shifty, Siwin, and then Maxwell, Drake, and Laplas, all in Doro form. I'm pretty sure that it comes with like a mystery Doro. Like there's a special 7th Doro that you get if you pre-order the box set, which is what I did. Yeah. Here it is. Um, I want to show that one because I thought that was hilarious. Um, oh no, I closed out of it by accident before I saved the picture. What am I doing? Okay. So if you pre-order the box set, you should also get the special Smug Doro, from what I understand. Smug Doro being this one. I had to have Smug Doro. You kidding me? They have animated Doros in the blah blah app, really? Always a big Smug fan, same. And that is some peak Smug. They also have a Dorothy figure that like a normal Dorothy figure that is coming out. Um and the Dorothy figure itself comes with a Doro, which is kind of funny. Like they're embracing it even in that. Um and where was the other one? Oh yeah, and then there's this Doro that I got, which is this one, which is what Wasabi said. There's also Cinderella Doro. So I'm gonna have quite the Doro squad. Can't wait for the Overspec Mihara figure when they're done. I would be very confident that they're gonna make an Overspec Mihara one. And speaking of Big Smug, before I finally get back to doing some rhythm games now that my thumb doesn't hurt, you want to see the smuggest figure that I own? If I can find the picture of it. Where the hell is it? There it is. I don't know if it can beat the Doro smug, but it's definitely up there. This one. All right, does anybody know who this is based on the part that's showing right now? Anyone have any ideas who this character is? Wow, good guess, Frost. Bonus point. It's Ryza. Look at that smug face. Oh my god. Like, that is insane smug. I mean, it's a really nice figure in general, but I just think how smug the face is like incredible. I've seen thighs. You know, Frost, I believe it. I'm a bit of a connoisseur myself, so but yeah, so that was my little break while I get to talk about figures for a little bit. Once I have my own place, I don't know, in a year, year and a half, 2 years, however long it takes, after I finish saving up enough money, and I get my whole figure setup done, it's gonna be so nice. I'm gonna be showing so many pictures of it once I finally have the setup done. Maybe I'll do like a room tour. All my collectibles and stuff. Why do I keep letting go of that hold note? Why is this popular enough that she's in a roguelite Musa? What? What game is that, Jack? I did it again. Okay, this is the last time I'm restarting. I've let go of the hold note like 3 different times in a row. I really want Track Haruna. Actually, I have an art print of her. I don't have her in the game. My mind just totally went blank trying to play that part. Yuka! The Yuka track live 2D is one of my favorites in the game. I've used this one as my background for a long time. Since you like smug, I'm guessing you're gonna like Bungo. Half the time the girl has a smug look. Is that one of the Heaven Burns Red girls? Got her out of nowhere? Track Haruna? Warriors Abyss along with 2 others from the Atelier series? Warriors Abyss? I don't think I've heard of that. I'll have to look that up. I do have Ryza in Azure Lane though. I got her from that collab. Bungo is just the best. Hasumi's always trying to lose weight. I know. Good luck, Hasumi. I'm wishing the best for you. We're making good time. There's only 3 songs in this Blue Archive DLC I haven't played, and I have about 10 to 15 minutes left, which is good. Should be able to make it through all of them. Everyone's Red Girl with a crab claw says Degesu a lot. Switch 1 game. Ah. Oh, Switch 2 comes out a month from tomorrow. June 5th, right? Today's May 4th. I'm glad that from the official reveal to the actual launch date is really small. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in the middle of the move when the Switch comes out. I'm not really going to be able to mess around with it too much, but what can you do? There's not a whole lot coming out for the first few months of it that I want anyway, outside of Mario Kart. I don't think there's really anything until the fall. Mario Kart and Pokemon ZA. Those are like the only 2 games this year for the Switch that I know I want. I did okay on that one. Track Hasumi is the only one you've gotten. Hopefully you can get Track Yuka at some point. I really like her. Polyphonic. I feel like there's a band called Polyphia who has a song or 2 I've liked. They're like an all-instrumental band. I can't think of the song I liked. Oh, this is the song from when shit started to like go down in the main story. For an 8 rated song, this one is kind of hard. I don't know what is going on with that song, but I feel like that one is harder than every single other Blue Archive song, even though it's rated one of the easiest. I don't know if my hands are dying. I don't know if it's the song is underrated with its difficulty rating, but I am getting crushed. I'm like 2 notes away from failing. You can tell if I'm close to failing by the blue bar on the left. How close it is to the bottom. See how much it just dropped right there when I missed a few notes? And the song's not quite over yet. I don't know. That song was killer. I don't know if my hands are dying is hilarious. It certainly felt like it. That was killer. Killer. How does this go from a 3 difficulty to a 10 difficulty? How about a 6 or a 7? Just a thought. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable ask. Killer Thriller. Doesn't it come with like a DJ? I mean, yeah, there is a Blue Archive themed skin. That kind of train event was entertaining. I don't think I read that one, unfortunately. Is that the one that had Kasumi and Ichika? Actually, yeah, it is. I can see Kasumi and Ichika in these. Yeah, I need to read that one at some point. I like Ichika, though. Did I miss anything? No, just more rhythm game stuff. Poor Mob getting blown up in the background of Ichika's animation. Okay, that one was kind of hard. Apparently, my grocery store does weekend crawfish boils, and it's still. Ooh, really? I've never had one of those, but I see them on TikTok every once in a while. I'll get like videos of people doing those boils, and they always look really good. One of these days I'll get to try it. That event had a cute Iori moment? Ooh. I like Iori. I like cute moments. That sounds appealing. We've done all the Blue Archive songs. Do you remember the moment off the top of your head, Noel? Tiny crawfish makes you feel like a giant eating regular-sized lobsters. Oh, I really liked this song. This is such a nice chill banger. This is a good chill one too. Sensei was on the other side of this event for reasons. Iori was so accustomed to Sensei being on her side that she was ready to be commanded. She was sad when she noticed he wasn't with her. Aww. Oh, Iori. That is cute. I don't have her normal version or her summer version. I really want to get the summer version when the banner comes out on Tuesday. Well, I forget if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. It depends on time zone, but I'm assuming it's Tuesday after the maintenance ends. I got about 5 minutes. I can play like 1 or 2 more songs before some dinner. How did I miss the third note of the game? I mean, of the song. I missed a note there. I was slowly getting more and more off timing as that whole section was going, and I was like trying to recorrect it, and I couldn't figure it out fast enough. Not a good performance. Not one of my best. Went to check who the VA for Cosme was. Turns out to be the JP VA for Drake. Really? Cosme from Blue Archive and Drake and Nikkei. Interesting. Ooh, achievement. Accumulated 100 million points. Cool. I think she even said something like, "Give me orders, Sensei," thinking he was going to do the usual ordering her around. Sensei was on a job and basically being blackmailed to work with Cosme. Poor Iori, man. I'm going to have to watch that whole event at some point. That sounds cute. Alright, I think this will be my last song. So I want to end it with my favorite song in the game as usual. I feel like every DJMax stream I end with this song. I really like the visuals, I really like the song. We're getting kind of close to the Seiya and Rio banners, aren't we? They should be sometime this summer, I think. Those are going to be really big banners. And right before them is the freaking Pajama Yuka, which I also want a lot. After Summer Iori, I need to save up like crazy. I missed one note in the last like 15 seconds. That's so annoying. Red Hood's Japanese VA was VA for Brigitte and Metaphor. Really? And Neve? What was my previous high score? I always like finding those, like, especially if I notice it myself when I'm playing something, like, hey, I recognize that voice. Isn't that also blank from blank? And then I check and I'm right. Oh, it feels so satisfying. Such a good feeling. Although I guess I mostly just notice it in, like, either English spoken games or anime. Because I watch anime in Japanese pretty much exclusively, and then I play pretty much all games in English unless it doesn't have an English dub, then I'll play it in Japanese. Don't you worry about blank, let me worry about it. Always recognize Tomokazu Sugita in Koki's VA. He does have a pretty recognizable voice. I can see how he would be one that you catch. I think Tomokazu Seki is one that I notice. Gilgamesh is their main. And then what's his name? I'm blanking on his name, but the guy who voices the sniper in Golden Kamuy. I'm blanking on the sniper's name and the voice actor's name. But the sniper, I feel like his name starts with an O. Oak something. Okaza? Okita? Like, something. Whoever that voice actor is, I recognize him in a lot. The guy who plays Dio, too, I recognize him in, like, everything. Very distinctive voice. Ogata, yeah, him. And then Kana Ichinose for the girls for anime. I feel like I recognize her anytime she voices someone. Kana Hanazawa, I feel like I recognize a lot. Kana Ichinose is actually at my local anime convention. She's a guest later this month. But I think it's a lottery to meet her. If I could meet her, I think that would be super cool. I'll definitely have her sign, like... I think she voices Fern in Frieren. I would definitely like to have her sign my Frieren manga if I could. I want to double check that to make sure I'm not wrong. Any list. Frieren. She does voice Fern. Good job, me. What does she voice in games? I really like getting my game signed, though. Like, one of my goals is to have my copy of, like, Persona 5 and Persona 3 signed by all of the main cast members. I think that would be really, really cool. It's just hard because I don't go to a ton of conventions, so you have to hope that, like, one of the voice actors is going to beat it. Looks like she hasn't voiced a whole lot of... Or maybe because this is an English site and they just don't have everything up to date. She voices Moria and Blue Box? Oh. I don't think I recognize the girls all that often. DOVA also plays Sartorius and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, whose boss monster is Arcana Force the World. Zawarudo! That's a funny coincidence. Must have gotten a kick out of that when he was voicing him. Wow. Huge yawn out of nowhere. All right. I think I'm gonna call it there. As it is roughly 5-ish, and I will be having dinner in a few minutes. Got my typical pasta with sauce. The Kaya Kuroda. Let me see who they are. See if I recognize anything they do. Kaya Kuroda. I haven't actually watched a whole lot that they voice act in. At least for an anime wise. It looks like he's the quintuplet's dad. And he's also Yaga in Jujutsu Kaisen. And he's Fergus in FGO. Those are pretty much the only roles that I know him in. It's possible that he's in... Oh, he's the voice of Kiryu. I was just thinking, because I was only looking at the anime page, which doesn't have game stuff. Like Kiryu, good voice. Can see why you would recognize him. Also shows up on visual novels. Main villain in one of them? What visual novel? Thanks for stream. Good night, fellas. Thanks for stream. Thanks for stream. Thank you, Noel, Jack, Wasabi Frost, Tim, Cashew, Kevin, anyone else who was in here. Hope you had a good time. Glad you played two of my favorites. Glad that you got to see him. I did play some before you came in the stream as well, Jack, so it's very possible that I played the other ones that you might like just before you came, if you want to check the VOD. Like Usagi Flap, I think I played before you came in. Enjiro Suda. Let's see. Oh, Nanami and Jujutsu, yep. He's Ogata. Ogata. He's the one that I was talking about in Golden Kamuy, yeah. Yeah, he has a super unique voice. It's I recognize him like anytime he appears in something, I'm like, oh yeah, it's that guy. And he like always plays the bad guy. Or it feels like he always plays a bad guy. I know Nanami from Jujutsu isn't. Tatsue of the House Husband isn't. But I feel like more often than not, he plays bad guys. There's also Hume Housing and Machikoi. Hello Lady. I don't think I've heard of that one. I'll have to check it out. Played Dorobata and Unwelcome School, and I was there for those. Nice. Glad I got those. Alrighty. I'm gonna head out, have some dinner. But thank you all again for coming to the stream. I hope you had a good time. I should be streaming my normal times next week unless anything changes, so you should be able to hopefully expect, at the very least, Expedition 33 and Yakuza I should be continuing. I'm hoping to continue Pokemon if I can fit it in. I'm definitely hoping to get some Nikke in if I can fit that in. So we'll see. Got a lot of stuff I'm trying to work through. But keep an eye out. Once I know the days that I'm around, I'll try and post a schedule. I never actually posted my schedule. I made one. But at least I made all the waiting rooms early in the week, so they were there. So at the very least, I'll try and make the waiting rooms early if I can. And I'll post a schedule if I can do that too. We'll see. Thanks for stream. Thank you, Cashew. Hope you feel better. Rest up. Get that sleep in. Thanks for stream. Thanks again, Noel. All right. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your weekend. And until then, bye-bye.